Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. Hey, did you know they made a Prince of Persia movie with Jake Gyllenhaal? No? Nobody remembers that? Well, Ubisoft made a game to sell when that movie came out, and this is it. We're back to the Sands of Time Prince, baby. Prince of Persia: Forgotten Sands is a weird game, as different games were released across multiple systems, but with the same name. However, this review is covering the PC, Xbox, and PlayStation version, with the Xbox version being on the backwards compatible list. Should you wish to buy that version, it is $20, and the game is about 8 to 9 hours long. So what exactly is Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands on the Xbox 360, PC, and PS3? Well, it's a third-person platformer akin to the previous games in the trilogy, only this time with a derpier-looking prince and a whole host of new platforming mechanics. And oh yeah, a skill tree and some new combat. More on that in a bit. Taking place between Sands of Time and Warrior Within, Forgotten Sands is the story of the prince and his brother. When his brother's city is invaded, the doofus unleashes Solomon's army, basically a bunch of sand monsters, to try and defend it, but you can guess how well that goes. The prince, aided by a djinn, must not only repel the army and fight off an unleashed demon, but also try to save his brother from going mad with power. But the platforming is once again the star here, with a whole host of new moves, more fluid controls, and some absolutely insane new mechanics. First, the prince has even more new moves, the most notable being he can now wall run out of a jump, increasing his upward mobility by a massive amount. On top of that, his movement overall is even smoother, allowing skilled players to quickly blitz through areas. But the real fun comes from water manipulation. Early on, the prince gets the ability to freeze water in place. This turns water spouts into monkey bars to swing on, or sheets of water into walls to run on, and so forth. However, not only is this ability on a limited use timer, but often you'll need to swing from a water monkey bar through a waterfall, which shouldn't be solid at the time, meaning you better get that timing down. This single mechanic elevates the platforming significantly, but thankfully never enough for it to be too taxing. The combat, on the other hand, is weird. While the previous games were more about acrobatic duels, Forgotten Sands is about Dynasty Warriors style mass enemy murder. Basically, you'll be mashing attacks over large groups of enemies, occasionally employing strategy for the bigger ones, but not that often. You also get a handful of new abilities, which tie into the game's XP and skill trees. Yes, Prince of Persia has a skill tree now, which can be used to either upgrade sand tanks or get new abilities, such as fire walking or a big AoE force push. And that's basically it. Forgotten Sands is more of the Sands of Time trilogy gameplay, just with a few interesting quirks and less interesting combat. So what do I like about Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands? Well, this game was absolutely bomb-ass platforming. The combination of the improved controls, the jump into wall run, the freezing and unfreezing of water to test your dexterity make for some absolutely delightful platforming scenarios. Additionally, this game has some really phenomenal set pieces. While most of it takes place across a massive palace, you go in and out and through so many interesting locations that all still look pretty good, even considering this game's age. And lastly, while the story is just okay, the voice acting is fantastic. Once again, Yuri is playing the prince and proving he is the best at that, keeping the whole thing engaging. When it comes to the bad, the combat in the series has gone from clunky to passable to decent, and now it's forgettable. The Dynasty Warriors style mashing doesn't really fit with the prince's rogue / duelist archetype, and just kind of feels weird. Additionally, this game's platforming, while exhilarating, is actually some of the easiest in the franchise, mostly because of the improved controls. There are a few difficulty spikes near the end, but if you're a veteran to the series, you may find it all a bit too easy. And lastly, the new prince looks just really bad. Yes, I'm putting an entire point for this. I don't know if they were trying to mix the old prince with Jake Gyllenhaal or something and just gave up, but it looks like the old prince got run over by a truck, and I don't understand how they thought this character model worked. As you know, our games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, don't bother. I absolutely think Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands is a must play, and a lot of people overlooked it, and I think it is a hidden gem. This is an absolute banger of a game, Prince of Persia or otherwise. It's a damn shame this game not only got overlooked, but basically killed the Prince of Persia franchise. But if you have either a PC or an Xbox, absolutely pick this one up as soon as you can if you enjoy fantastic 3D platformers. Ubisoft, bring this franchise back, please. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Did you play The Forgotten Sands, or did you forget it existed? I feel like this game got criminally overlooked, but let me know in the comments what you think, and be sure and go check it out.